All right. Woo, man. What a weekend and what a start to a week. Welcome back to Dad and Company podcast. Stumbled through that a bit, but I usually do. It's fine. We are on episode 13. I said that with a question mark because for some reason I don't keep track of what the hell I record. But yeah, what are you going to do? Uh Let me just double check here. Episode 13. Boom. Nailed it. First try. Anyway, this past weekend was pretty fun. We'll get into that in a little bit. What I want to get into is today is my birthday. Let's go. Had still went to work because I'm a normal adult and I go to work on my birthdays. Had a pretty uneventful day. I'm gonna start yawning already. JFC. Um, But yesterday is what I wanted to talk about before I get into anything. Yesterday was crazy because I was up late on Sunday. Uh, no real good reason, just up late. And then I get a call on yesterday during the day saying, "Hey, Isabel's going to be in a parade. Do I'm going to be in it." Talking to my wife. And so I decided, yep, I'll come home early. I'll walk in the parade with them, hand out candy, support whatever it is that they're supporting. I believe it was the Brown County Kiwanis Club. Go Kiwanis. Whoop. I honestly don't even know what they do. I was just there for whatever support they needed. So I get there, and instead, a good friend of my daughter's was walking with a group of people that she really didn't know, and I was asked if I could walk with them. Obviously, I was like, sure, I'm just here to do whatever. I'm just here so I don't get fined. Get up there, start walking. This parade lasts for like 7 centuries. Honestly, it was like, I don't know, 2.5 hours or something like that. It was nuts. But after we get done, my daughter's friend said, "Hey, since we were at the beginning of the parade and Isabel was at the end of the parade, let's walk all the way back through until we reach Isabel, and then we'll walk with them." Sure, why not? So then we proceeded to find Jen and Isabel, and walked the rest of the way back to the fairgrounds. So that was pretty interesting. And so I was supposed to record something. Well, I was going to record something this weekend, but I didn't get around to doing that. Maybe I should stand up. Maybe that's the problem. Maybe if I stood up, I wouldn't yawn as much, or if I slept enough. Anyway, I we hand out all the candy. I finally get done walking after, like, I don't know, it was like 4.5 or 5 hours, and the kids had fun. We got to the fairgrounds, and then uh, we the kids wanted to stay, so Jen stayed. The kids stayed. I walked my happy ass back home, but of course, by the time I get home, I'm getting phone calls saying, "Hey, I don't want to stay here. I want to come home." So I leave, go pick up everybody that wants to come home. So that was my crazy ass day yesterday, and I fell asleep at, like, I don't know, 9, 8:30, 9. I don't know what it was. It was super early, but yeah. Woke up this morning, went to work. Now I'm here. Gonna record a little bit of a podcast today. But what we're gonna do is we're gonna call my brother Diante. You all know him, that knucklehead. And we're going to have him. He knows I'm not just cold calling him. He knows I'm calling. So We're going to be calling him, and we're going to see how this goes. So let's dial him up, see how he answers. Oh, getting a little bit of feedback.
Yo.
Hey, what's up, man? How are you? Oh, man, I cannot hear you. Say something. Are you alive?
Headphones connected. Alright, can you hear me okay?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Alright.
Are you getting any feedback?
A little bit, but not too much.
Son of a bitch, I don't know how to stop that. I've spread out all of my components. I don't know how to stop it.
It kind of, I guess not so much feedback as I am getting a lot of, it sounds like you're like a mile away from the headset.
Oh, well, I'm definitely not a mile away from my headset. Well, I'm more than a mile away from your headset.
That's fair. Do you want me to catch you up on what has happened so far where I am on campaign 1?
Well, let's talk about the weekend first. Full disclosure, I'm recording right now.
Awesome. Okay. All right.
So
that's perfect.
Yeah, we can just jump right in wherever you want. You want to start with the weekend?
Yeah, I'm saying that sounds perfect. I'm saying I have a video, which I guess I could send to you, and you could post it so they have reference on Twitter. I have a video of surprising you as me and your wife got together to surprise you for your birthday, which is today, so happy birthday.
Thank you.
I got together with your wife to surprise you for your birthday, and actually it was supposed to be for your son too, but he decided he wanted to go to his friend's house, which okay, fine by me. So I pull in, you're thinking that it's going to be your daughter who walks in, so you're holding your dog, and for a crisp 5-6 seconds, it doesn't register in your head. And then all of a sudden you just see this light bulb go off in your head. Hilarious moment. I'm laughing. I sent it to my wife, and she started laughing as well. And so yeah, that was a little surprise for your birthday. But then to get into the weekend, so I had to obviously work on Friday, which I had no problem doing. I did that from your house. I've done it multiple times from your house. So got done, then we went to the nerd store. All
right, hold on. So Thursday, I had a very long 2 weeks at work. Put in a bunch of overtime. And I called you on Thursday on my way home, like I always do. Almost, I'd say 95% of the days, I call you. And then, so you're talking to me, and you're like, yeah, well, I'm going to pick up Krista. I'm going to get something to eat, blah, blah, blah. And I'm like, all right, yeah, that's all. Time frame checks out because I never know when you're eating. You're eating whenever I call you. That's when you're eating. And
it's 100% true.
So I get off the phone with you. Man, I'm yawning already. Fuck, every fucking episode. Anyway, I say, you're like, hey, I'm picking up Krista. We're going to go get something to eat, and I'll call you back, which means I'll talk to you tomorrow. Normally when we're talking to each other yeah, I'll talk to you tomorrow. That's fine. Because I never call you back when I say I'm going to call you back. And
same with me.
Yeah. So I get home. Fuck, I don't even remember what I was doing. I think I got home kind of late. I don't remember.
It was kind of late because you had called me about 7:30ish, saying you're about 30 minutes away from your house. We talked for about 15 minutes, so you got home about 8:15.
Yeah, that's right. And I was dead tired, so I'm laying on the couch with my dog, and Emily was going to bring her vehicle over because her power steering has been messing up, and I was going to take a look at it. And next thing I know, someone's pulling in the driveway. Well, that's right about on par for the time Emily would be pulling in, so I didn't think of anything. Uh, I just thought Emily was about to walk through the door, and next thing I know, you're there, and I, my brain just could not comprehend. I was just like, full processor shutdown, reboot, reload. I have no idea what's going on because in my brain, I have no idea how you picked up Krista, ate food, dropped her off, and got to my house in like an hour. So my brain was just like trying to process like how did you afford a teleportation device? And then finally it was like, hey, idiot, no, they're all playing in on this. So this is a pretty awesome surprise. And then yeah, if you send me the video, I'll post it. And then yeah, Friday came around, and you were saying,
Yeah, so work from your house. Okay, cool. Done that plenty of times. Left, and we were heading to the nerd store, just as we always do whenever I come to your house. It's kind of like a ritual at this point. We have to go to the nerd store. No problem. Well, on the way, I get a message from the ownership side of my company. And they're like, hey, I need this done. I'm like, okay, cool. So I stop, I pull over. I'm like, oh, hey, I can do this. I'll do it in like a few hours. And they're like, okay, cool. So we're off on this side of this road. And you say something that cracks me up because we always make fun of your car. Hardcore, we're always making fun of your car.
because it's
So I'm
tiny.
pulled off on the side of the street, and you're like, man, if we were in my car, we would not get back up onto that street right there.
No.
And it's like a maybe 2 to 3 inch incline, and I start laughing.
It wasn't an incline, it was a cliff. It was a 3-inch cliff. Like I would have had to been towed out of this fucking place. Like we were in the bottom of a ravine if we were in my car. Like definitely not getting out of it at all.
So true. Okay. So we finally, I send the message. We're finally making our way there. So I'm thinking to myself, oh hey, we'll go to the nerd store. It'll be like a quick maybe 20 minutes there. We'll be out because it's like a 45-minute drive there anyway. Like 20 minutes, boom, we'll be out of there. Well, your kid wanted to come with us, which, okay, cool, no problem. I love it when she comes and hangs out with us. Love that. She's like, hey, let's go to this store because I have a coupon. Okay, yeah. And she's like picking stuff out. And then like we didn't know that there was a Spirit Halloween. Is that the name of it? I think that is.
Yeah.
Yeah, so Spirit Halloween in this mall. So we're like, okay, we'll go to the nerd. So I got me a new set of dice, and I was happy. And so we walk over there, and we spend like Chris 30 minutes looking through like all the different costumes and stuff like that, which actually helped me because now I know what type of costume I want to do for Halloween. Which, speaking of that, I got to talk to my wife so we can figure out if we want to go down there for Halloween. Or for Halloween, they do like a huge thing all through my town where you can walk through all the streets, so you guys could potentially come up here too.
You mean
different story?
You mean if she wants to come down?
Yeah. Either way, it's either you guys coming up to my house or me going down to your house with or without her, one of the two. We'll figure that out. Most likely she loves Halloween, so she'll want to come. We'll just have to figure out the staying situation, which no problem.
Yeah, I mean, Jaden can stay inside, and you guys can stay out in this building if nothing else.
Yeah. So what turns into what I thought would be like a more 20-minute turns into a 2.5-hour drive, because on top of having to do all of that trip, what you had mentioned to earlier, which was that your daughter's vehicle was having some issues with the power steering. So we stop, get some parts that we're going to potentially need, and get back home. Well, at that point, both of us are in shitty moods
Well,
because we hadn't eaten all day.
was that the same? Wait, was that? Yeah, didn't we go to Best Buy also?
Yeah, yeah. So I forgot about that. I completely forgot about that part of it too.
Yeah, because we had to get a
Because
power
you're sitting
supply.
there, yeah, you're sitting there rebuilding your son's computer so he has a better computer. Okay, cool. And actually, I forgot about that. So add that back into the story right there too. So we get home. We're both in shitty moods because we're starving.
Yep,
Because I think what we hadn't eaten since that morning when I went and grabbed breakfast.
I believe you are correct.
So we were like, okay, cool. Well, let's get some food now. And your wife had made you a bunch of chili and froze it for you, which, if anyone knows anything, I love everything about chili. Mainly because I never get to have it. Because when I'm at home, I like to have dinners that both my wife and I like to have. And she is not a huge chili fan at all. So I'm like, okay, well, I just won't have it. It's fine. There's plenty of other meals that she likes that I like as well. And I'm like, okay. So anytime like I come to your house, we do the things that I normally don't get to have, either smoking meats and or making dinners that my wife is not a huge fan of. And this time it was chili. And I was like, thank goodness, because I love me some good chili. And that
And
chili was delicious.
it really was so good.
So good.
But yeah, and then we finished up putting the power supply in Jaden's computer and finally got the drivers downloaded, got everything booted up. It's good. We're running very smoothly. I just have to figure out how to move his OS boot up from his HDD to his M.2 now. So,
And then it will run so nice.
yeah, he's got a fucking powerhouse now. 32 gigs of DDR5 with a 3080 Ti. Yeah, and a new processor. He's got the 12th gen i9 12900. So,
Ridiculous.
yeah.
Brand new computer.
Yep. But that was his birthday and his Christmas from the entire family. So he gets absolutely nothing else, but it's an investment into his future. So it's how I looked at it. He wants to do gaming and stuff. We talked about it on the last podcast. It's all up and running.
Which is awesome.
Which, yeah. Now that I think about it, yep, that's me yawning again. F and S. He had his computer. The only difference between this week and last week is that 3080 Ti came in, and now...
Which was a complete surprise to him, right? He knew nothing about it.
Correct. He thought that he was... that all he was getting was the other components. He did not know about the 3080.
Which is awesome.
It made me happy. So, yeah. Then Saturday rolls around. What the fuck did we do? Oh, yeah. We had to go... Did we get the parts on Saturday? Or did we get the parts?
No. We picked those up on Friday.
That's right.
But the day it started, I was laying in bed, and I went inside, and then nobody was there. Literally, no one was there.
Oh, on
All
Saturday.
the kids were laying down.
That's right.
And I'm like, where the hell is everyone? And then your daughter, JC, she comes out, and she's like, I thought you were outside. I'm like, why would I be outside? She's like, Papa Bear's outside working on the vehicle. I'm like, what? I'm sitting there for Chris 30, 45 minutes waiting for someone to get out of bed. And come to find out, you're just outside. And you were quiet, too, which is really weird for when we're working on vehicles because normally we're screaming at the vehicle.
Oh, yeah. All I was doing was just looking, basically.
And so I'm like, what? So I throw on my shoes real quick because I had everything. I was ready to go. I was literally waiting for someone to wake up so we could start working on the vehicle. And so I threw on my shoes real quick. I walked outside. I'm like, what the fuck, man? Come to find out, though, all that stuff that we had bought on Friday, we didn't end up needing.
Yeah, which was
is
a nice surprise. Finally.
Super giant win. Super giant win. Awesome. Loved it when we finally get a break when we're working on something and it doesn't fucking go wrong.
I will tell you right now, though.
Bad words on your podcast right now.
What? What?
I said I'm saying a lot of bad words on your podcast.
Oh, I don't give a shit. It's listed as explicit, so buyer beware.
Okay.
I will say though, anytime I have to work under a new-ish, give or take 15 years, and I have to take off that stupid fucking plastic piece underneath, I hate that plastic piece. I hate it so much. Just, oh my gosh. I don't understand what it is about it. I can't fucking figure those goddamn clips out, so I break them every fucking time I work on that. Like, I break one or two of them, and I've worked on.
To be fair, also, when we're doing it in the cold, it's plastic. It's gonna break anyway.
That's true, but it was not cold yet. Saturday.
Well, when it was raining, it was kind of chilly out.
Yeah, but at least it was.
Once the sun came out, it was fine. Which
that's true.
That's kind of a shove in our face that we started when it was raining now.
Yeah, but we had to start it when it was raining because we wanted to get to D&D that evening.
Oh, yep. Okay, yeah, that's
and
true.
I wanted to start drinking.
Come on, it's not like it's the first time we've ever drank and worked on a vehicle before.
Right, but I always like to make sure that we're not going to be like driving, needing to go get something.
Which always happens.
Right. Because then I got to be like, hey, babe, can you take me down to the fucking AutoZone so I can get a battery or whatever the hell we're getting? But, yeah, we ended up just having a hole.
Tiny little pinhole.
Yeah. So, to figure that out, we did have the reservoir off and all of the hoses unattached, or the reservoir was unhooked. It wasn't off yet. Just the hoses were unhooked. And then we filled or had some in the line, and I told you, hey, turn it, like turn the wheel or whatever. And I just got showered in power steering fluid. So
you
that
didn't
was
even think twice about hooking everything up.
Yeah, it was pretty awesome. Then I had to.
Your wife came out and was like,
yeah,
just gagging because of the smell. Because power steering fluid is one of the worst smelling oil-based products. I truly believe. Like, I don't mind the smell of transmission fluid. I don't mind the smell of regular oil. But power steering fluid, I think that's ranked number one. Then brake fluid is ranked number two. I can't stand the smell of either of those two.
Well, I can tell you from experience. Let's see, I've gotten oil in my mouth, gotten transmission fluid in my mouth, and now I've gotten I've gotten brake fluid. And now power steering fluid. Power steering fluid tastes the worst. Antifreeze I've gotten in my mouth. Antifreeze is really bad. It makes my mouth go numb when that happens. You know, shit just happens. I'm in no way, shape, or form. Kids, do not drink or ingest any sort of fluid from the inside of your vehicle. Not good, but gross is the second worst. Out next to antifreeze, I would say. So bad, but
I was going based off of smell, but taste, the only ones that I've ever accidentally tasted was manual transmission fluid, which obviously there is a difference between automatic transmission fluid,
yes,
manual transmission fluid, and regular oil. That's the only two I've tasted, and of those two, hands down, the worst is the manual, because the manual transmission fluid's thick. It's thick stuff.
With two C's.
Nope. Yeah, exactly. So yeah, so small, like win right there. Small little pinhole leak. We were able to go get a little bit of JB Weld and wrap it up and seal the pinhole. That so far, I'm saying I don't know. I haven't. I left on Sunday when your daughter came and got it.
She has not
Seems,
messaged me yet to say whether it's good or not, so I assume it's okay.
and obviously she's still gonna watch that and everything, of course.
Yep.
But like the bubbling stopped. It eventually stopped, like once it got through the system.
Right.
But the bubbling went away. The fluid held. It may come down to the point where we may have to actually like figure out if there's a way to like cut that line because it's a non-pressurized line, and then actually like put in a new piece of line, but that's able to hold her for a while.
Yeah, I mean, I'm sure that we be able to slip on some sort of sealing rubber tubing and just clamp it on. I don't see
Yeah,
why not.
exactly.
I mean, half of the other line is rubber. Like, not the other one, but like half of that line is already rubber.
Rubberized,
So,
yeah.
yeah, we can just Southeast Ohio the shit out of that and we'll be all right.
Yeah, so then after that, we both got all of the antifreeze cleaned off of us, took a shower, got ready,
Got
ate a
something to
little
eat. We
food.
got something to eat.
We got something to eat before 7 o'clock at night.
That's right.
It was awesome. It was amazing. Great time. Highly recommend to eat before 7, especially when you haven't eaten all day.
Yep.
So we get into our D&D session, and I honestly think I really enjoyed that session that we were in.
It was definitely one of my favorites.
Not only because, well, my character who's a freaking brute and wants to just fight all the time because he's not the smartest individual, but we were able to get into a little bit of like role playing more and talk about more of our backgrounds of our characters and incorporate that a little bit more within to what happened, why we got into the group that we're in, how we were able to come together all as one and use that within the campaign. But also because I was able to punch some people and fight in a tournament hands on and roll like I think our first like few episodes I rolled one natural 20. One. And on Saturday, like it was boom, boom,
Yeah.
boom,
Yeah, that was a very
boom.
reliable
Like
D20.
I was like, oh my god, what is happening? It was amazing. I loved it. And I'm hoping that your wife will be able to do something similar in that fashion for the remainder of the characters. And I like obviously we're all new to this and she's a new DM and everything, so we're figuring the stuff out on the fly. But I thought
Oh, there's
Saturday
my dog.
session
Did you hear
went.
my dog?
I did. Did you hear my dog earlier?
No, I did not.
Oh, well, that's good. I had my door shut, so I tried to block it out. But I was. Did you notice within this episode of our campaign that my character started to have a different way towards you?
I did, yes.
And not give a little bit of a backstory. You created this new character at the Bard. I have a Goliath barbarian who has really bad trust issues. Mainly because of status issues. He doesn't give a shit about what status you are. He doesn't care about what you are. It's either show your worth or get the hell away.
Yep, and my character is he's a bard. He's a very flamboyant, comes from upper class, acts like he comes from upper class.
And my character obviously doesn't like that, so I've been playing that into it.
Yep.
And we've had a couple fights within the game. I'm saying you magically, like you doing, because you have a spell called Dimension Door, so you magically appeared behind me, so my character threw a spear in the general direction of you, not aiming towards you, but like just throwing it because there was something that magically appeared, and
Was
I
that
don't like.
dimension? That was dimension door, or was that invisibility?
No, no, you Dimension
Oh,
Door
okay.
because I was fighting like some animal or something like
Oh,
that.
that's right.
Or no,
Yeah,
not an animal, some creature
yeah,
in the woods or something, and you Dimension Door behind me.
that's right. I remember now.
And so I've had that trust issue hurt in my backstory, which we got into a little bit within the um, Saturday, and I started to open up a little bit more and started trusting that, okay, you're not here just to be here to screw us over, but in terms of you're starting to show your worth more and more to how you can help out the group more and more.
Yep. And I like in a bit of not metagaming then, but just metagaming now. I was facetiously sacrificing myself to make my character look better in the eyes of the other characters. When I polymorphed into a or yeah into a triceratops and rammed the bad guy into a hole and just free fell into the hole. And then you were like, okay, bad guy, not dead. I'm gonna I'm gonna leap into the hole and with disadvantage hit him with an axe. Or is it an axe? What do you have? A hammer?
I have I, be, I I will mention in a second. I'm looking it up right now. I believe it's an axe, but I'm
I
not
thought it was
100%
an axe.
sure.
Either way, so you hit him finally, like that was the final blow. You killed him. But you and I and this body are now free falling. And the group is like rushing around trying to figure out like, okay, we have one turn, like how do we save these people? I have no idea. And so I transformed you, polymorphed again, dropped my Triceratops, polymorphed you into, which was my last spell slot for that one, into a bird. Because I had full intention to just polymorph you into a bird, have you fly up, and then I was just gonna dimension door out. But I hit the ground. It was fine. I took a decent chunk of damage, but it wasn't enough to kill me.
Yeah, and as the bird, I flew down and
Scoot.
dropped the
Yep,
bird form and grabbed a healing potion, kind of poured it into your mouth, which I don't know if that ever got taken into account.
it
I
did.
think I was talked over. Oh, it was okay.
Yep.
I couldn't remember.
Nope.
All
I
right,
got you.
so gave the healing potion, then kind of grabbed you, threw you on my back because, well, I'm a 7'8", 300-pound Goliath barbarian.
Yep.
I just start climbing up the wall, which I kind of expected Jen to be like, roll for athletics or something
Yep.
to just make sure you can get up there. And I was like, oh, okay. Either way, like, because athletics is strength and I'm a strength person. Well, I'm a strength, my entity is a strength base, so it would have
Right.
been fine anyway. Unless I probably rolled like anything below a 5.
And I'm just a
It,
little human, a tiny human.
are you a gnome?
No, I'm a human variant, is what I
Oh,
am.
okay,
So
okay. All right.
I'm typical like I don't know 5'11", 180 pounds,
Oh, so I don't look
gorgeous.
down to you too much when I'm looking at you. Shut up with your gorgeous stuff. So we finally. everyone's freaking out, and then like I come out of the hole with you on my back and just climb out, and everyone's like, "What just happened?"
Yeah, it was pretty fun though. It was good. I don't. Is that where we ended it? I don't even remember.
um, no, because then that's when we went back to, I think it was Freyr's house,
Oh
which
yeah,
is
and then
which
Freya.
is your wife's character.
Yeah,
And
she.
went back to his house, had food, and talked about a backstory.
Yeah,
And that's when we
he's
started
weird.
incorporating it. I
Yeah,
don't think so.
I don't
I
know.
like Freyr.
I don't know. He's weird.
It kind of sucks we didn't really get to mention or talk about like the backstory between Freyr and I. Like it just kind of like happened where I trusted him because we skipped a good amount of time because I messed around and stole some stuff in the game. But that's besides the point. I guess I could just say, well, he saved it so I didn't go to like jail or anything like that,
True.
and
True.
got me out of trouble, which showed his worth and blah 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 blah. Which that makes sense.
Yeah, I
So
almost. That was the one shot I was running.
yes,
We
which I don't even think
briefly.
that was more of a one shot too much, because we actually incorporated that into the campaign,
A little bit.
and the other one we did not incorporate it.
That's true. I was trying to remember. Yeah,
Yeah,
it's
so
been fun.
I'm just hoping that Jen does something like that for the rest of us. Like not like us, meaning like everybody else, because she did it for me. I'm hoping something like that goes for the rest of the people as well.
Yeah, she's working on it. She definitely wants to. She enjoys more of the RP in D&D, which is what I enjoy. I enjoy more of the RP of D&D. But the problem is I enjoy chaos. So
You enjoy Chaos RP?
yeah. So what'll happen is she'll plan something and I will try and derail it. Not to the point where it's diluted completely, but she just has to switch some stuff up. You know what I mean?
Yeah, that's the fun thing of learning to become a DM, though. Is like you have to learn to go with it.
You have to learn to kill the characters you don't like.
Exactly. Exactly.
Exactly. So that was fun.
And that's what she thought was going to happen, though, with my character, because I jumped in and she threw like Freyr or someone came in and
Freyr
threw like
did.
a rope down, and I didn't grab the rope because I had full intentions of trying to get you.
Yep.
And then that's when you polymorphed me. Because I could easily, like how big I am, I could have like grabbed the wall or something to slow my way down. I would have taken a little bit of damage, but not straight fall damage.
Or you would have missed and just fucking crushed me.
That would have been hilarious.
I'm not gonna lie, that would have been hilarious. 100% hilarious. Like, oh, Nat 1? Nope. You missed the wall completely. Oh, by the way, squish.
You smash. Torrent smash, and not in a good way.
Oh, yeah, that would have killed me. Like, insta-killed me. It's like 300 pounds, 60 feet. Doing the math on that. Oh, yeah, I didn't have that many hit points.
Yeah, I would have had to carry your lifeless body, and they would have had to, like, revive you or something.
Yeah, because over half my hit points were taken from the fall. So I would have hit the ground, and then you would have easily taken 100% of my hit points. And that's auto death. If you take if you go under your maximum hit points, there's no death saving throws.
Yeah, and then I would have had 10 rounds to get you up over, and then someone would have had to cast revive on you or something.
Well, 10
Which
rounds.
I don't know if anyone...
Well, at that point, we were out of combat, so you would have had 1 minute. Yeah.
Yeah,
If,
so
Isabel always, I think she always has Revivify uh, slotted and also has a 300 gold piece diamond ready.
just in case.
Yeah, because we're all fucking reckless.
Which makes it fun.
It'll get us all killed one day.
It will, 100%.
Well, it'll get you guys killed. I'll dimension door away.
Wee! Bye! Yeah, so good D&D session. I'm saying good weekend in terms of
Good
working
drinks.
on vehicles, good drinks.
And then we ordered a shitload of pizza and
pizza,
wings,
and
breadsticks,
everything.
It was
Yeah,
good.
it was hands down. It was fun.
Yeah, watched some sports.
We watched. Well, we didn't get to it in time, but we got to talk about 699 and 700.
Oh yeah, old pool holes.
Getting into that record book, that's crazy in itself too.
Yeah, because I didn't realize that the game was still going on. And then by the time I realized it and we got to the channel, he had just hit it.
Just hit it, which sucks.
MF. But that's all right. We saw the aftermath.
Yeah, we got to see the highlights of the game and everything.
Yes, because somebody else hit a home run, and the announcer was like, and that is not the home run that'll be talked about during this game. Okay. And there's a deep drive to right center by Castellanos. That'll make it a 4-0 game. Awkward.
Just complete dead silence.
So good. Yeah, but I had a lot of blast. I appreciate you coming down. Oh, and you gave me my birthday present.
Yeah, and what's your other one still at my house whenever you come up. But yeah, so I'll let you describe that.
So I get this Amazon package, and we're waiting. We're getting ready. Were we getting ready to eat? Or no, we were setting up for D&D.
Yeah,
and I wanted to wait until everybody was in the room. And so I sat there and waited. It was kind of heavy. I was like, God damn, what is this thing? Is it a brick? I know it's not a book because words are hard. And so finally everybody gets in, and I open it, and it's just this box. I'm like, okay. So I open the box, and there's this round tin, which had a dent on one side, which I enjoyed. I like the dent that is in it because it gives it character. And like I said, I'm an anarchist. Not like practicing anarchist, but like in situations like that, perfection is it's overrated. So, and this package is heavy, like a good few pounds, and it's not a very big package. I'd say it's like 4 pounds, maybe like 2, but still. I open it up, and is it pewter? It's copper, right?
It is copper.
It's copper, yeah. It was a copper D100 giant, like, I don't know, 3/4 the size of a baseball. It's fucking massive. And so, yeah, I chucked it around, rolled it across the table, and everybody wanted to play with it. But it's awesome because I've been talking about getting one of those.
I know you have. You've constantly been talking about it.
But I want to make a little, not like a platform, but like a ring that I can roll it on. And it's kind of barely concave and with just a small center platform. That way I can just...
Oh, so it rolls into the middle and then stops there?
Yeah, so I can like roll... You know those things you go to... like when you go to a mall and you put a penny in it, and
I know exactly what you're talking about.
So that's what I want to make, is one of those that I can like roll around the outside of it a few times, and then it'll come to rest in the middle. Because my house is slanted, so if I roll it on the table, it just rolls away. And I don't want it to fall off.
What I like about it is, like, I know we haven't used percentage dice, and like very much at all. But I think it'll be nice to have that for in case we have to. And then I also bought myself a D100 on accident because originally the one that's at my house was supposed to be for you, but my stupid ass forgot it at home. And
you could have just said that it's at your house. You didn't have to buy me another one.
But it worked out though, because now I have a D100 and I've been wanting one anyway.
Yeah, but what if I like the other one better?
Well, then we will switch.
No, I like the one I have.
Because I love both of them.
I do too.
So, but I really enjoy the 10 because it doesn't have any imperfections that I have. So,
well, I prefer my 10.
Exactly. So that works out.
Yeah, so it was pretty awesome to get that. I don't think I got anything else. I don't remember. I don't fucking know. It's been a whirlwind. Been fun though. It was a great weekend.
Was it?
What did we do? Oh, Sunday.
And then Sunday we were like, I woke up and we had. Oh man, what did we do on Sunday?
Well, we put the tire back on and like put everything back together. Right? What did we do?
Yeah. So we put the car back together.
And we changed the oil.
Well, I was going to get to that here.
Oh.
We had to put together the plastic pieces that you broke off, and so we had to put that back together. We got the car back together. We started up, let it run for a little bit. Didn't see any fluid going anywhere, so boom. That feels not going
boom.
like
you looking for this? Sorry, it was a Marvel reference.
On your left.
Same movie-ish.
So then, like,
I completely derailed it.
No, I'm just going back into my story. It's over with now. So Sunday we got that done, and then we started on. We got oil change stuff when we went to AutoZone too, because both of our vehicles needed oil changes.
Truth.
And knock on wood, like, I don't think ever since we've started, we've always done our own oil changes. We've never had any issues with doing an oil change.
I think the biggest issue we had, well, outside of, was it my Mazda? What was the one where we had to take the fucking wheel? Every time we did it, we had to take the passenger wheel off.
That was my Mazda.
Oh God, that thing was a pain in the ass. Had to take the wheel well out.
That was my 5-speed Mazda.
That's right.
Oh my God,
so
I hated
terrible.
That stupid thing. Then I blew the engine in that thing.
Thank God, because fuck changing that oil.
And then I got a Volkswagen, which was super easy to change the oil because the oil cap's right on the top of the vehicle. So. But yeah, no, I'm saying pretty easy going ahead of working on vehicles this weekend and had a good time, just kind of not having to scream at vehicles or anything for once.
Yeah, I mean, your oil filter was on there, bro. It was on there, but we have an oil wrench, so.
Which is still crazy to believe because I'm the one who put that on there. I'm saying from what you've taught me, it's you just put it up there, hand tight, and then just a little bit more.
Yep.
I've always done that my entire life.
Me too. Snug plus a quarter of a turn. That's all I do.
And it's not like there's no way in hell that I'm fucking stronger than you, so.
Yeah, but we got it off, and I mean, it just dented a little, which gave me a little leverage on it, and it was coming off one way or another. If nothing else, I would have put a screwdriver through it. Just wrenched on it that way.
We've done that a few times.
Yep, easy peasy. Yeah, but other than that, right after we got those changed, we cleaned up, and you headed out right after that, right?
Yeah.
On your way
back
on
the road, and then remembered that I didn't freaking grab that stupid saw.
Oh, my my pole
Again.
saw. That's right. I forgot all about you needing it.
So I'm just gonna wait for all the leaves to fall. Then I can really see the branches that I want to cut, and then I'll just cut them then.
I mean,
So I'll just,
and if we're going to be coming up to your house anytime soon, like next month for D&D, then I'll bring it then, maybe, if I remember it.
oh, we'll remember it because I'll text you the night before, and then I'll text you the day of, and then you'll still forget it.
Yeah, I was going to say, you have an awful lot of faith in me remembering a pole saw.
See, what you should do, though, is when I text it to you, just put it in your car and just hold it in your car until you come up.
That's like half the room in my car.
Oh, yeah, I forgot. You got a baby car.
I do.
Little tiny baby car.
Yep, that was fun, though. And then, and now here we are. We've gone through the rest of it.
Yeah.
Next time we
Pretty
talk,
easy.
next month, we'll do a podcast. Maybe in a few weeks, we will talk about our fantasy,
Yeah, like a mid-season
awards ceremony. Yeah, sure.
We'll figure something out.
And I'll be 1-6 by then.
What do you mean? You have 2 wins in the one league.
I do. I have 2 wins in our league. Oh, hot
Yeah,
damn.
you beat Matt last week. You didn't rub it in his face?
Dude, I've been so busy. Let's see. That will be half the wins in 4 of my leagues I have then.
Yeah, I believe both you and I are 2-1 because you beat me week 1.
Damn right I did. Go.
So that's why currently you're ahead of me in the standings because you have the head-to-head and you have the points.
Coming for that trophy this year.
Yeah, it's James, you, me, and Micah rounding out the top 4 currently.
Scrubs. Everybody. Scrubs.
We
Wait,
only,
am I in
I'm
first?
saying, no, James is.
Dude, fuck that guy. Fuck you, James.
James is undefeated.
Performance enhancing drugs.
Yeah, I'm saying he scored 415 points
Jesus.
in 3 weeks.
Dude, fuck that guy. Who's he have?
So-
Tyreek Hill and Jalen Waddle? The dude at my work has Tyreek Hill and Jalen Waddle. It's
That's
fucking
crazy.
Yeah. The week that they both went off, he had Patriots, Tampa Bay's defense.
Oh my god.
Yeah, 28 points there, 40 points from each one of the receivers. He scored 197 points. The dude he was playing.
Tell me that's his only win.
John, he was playing. No, I think he's undefeated. John had 97 points. Beat him by exactly 100 points.
Oh woof.
In one of my other leagues this past week, I was up by, I don't know, like 10, 15 points, somewhere around there. And everybody had played except the dude I was playing had Pollard last night. And I won by 0.23 points. Yep. I'm just waiting for a stat correction. Be like, oh no, actually we missed one catch from this person. You lose. Fuck. But yeah, I have 1 win in that league. And then I have let's see, 0 wins, I think, in my other brother's league. And I think 0 wins in another. And that's my money league. So perfect.
Yeah, I'm not doing too bad in both my leagues right now, but I'm sure it'll fall off drastically.
Oh yeah, that's inevitable. That's coming for me for sure. So awesome. Well, next time we'll talk about specifics. Get into it. But thanks for coming on and bullshitting with me. I know it was literally like an hour and a half ago I called you. I was like, bro, I need you.
Yeah, anytime, man, because I have no problem with doing that. I love talking, obviously.
Well, yeah, it that's apparent.
It comes natural.
It comes natural. Anyway, to everybody listening, thanks for supporting. Continue to listen, subscribe, like, review, rate, unsubscribe, resubscribe, re-review. Beedle-doo. Yep, and that's the notification you'll get. Beedle-doo. Anyway, yeah, I appreciate everybody's continued support. Say bye, Diante.
Later.
Peace.